There's a chapter in your book, you did mention that you deal with conflict by showing vulnerability. Openly said, I do not know what's going on with this patient. I don't know what to do. Now, the first part of this question I have is for the junior doctors. You, if any, okay, I'm not sure if it's across the board, but here, if any junior doctor were to ever say that in front of their consultant, oh, we would be berated for not knowing what's going on. We will be shouted at, screamed at, scolded, made to feel like we're the scum of this planet. So how do we deal with this? How do you navigate this?
Maybe you can start from um, as usual. This is uh, uh, this is my assessment. This is story. These are the physical signs. This is possible interpretation. These are other possible interpretations. This is what I propose to do. What do you think about that? And I think that's a honest approach because rarely, I mean, sometimes you can make a diagnosis just by taking a very good story. 90% of what I do sometimes, day by day, is just to ask the right questions on top of what has already been asked to get to the point. But sometimes you need a whole lot more information. And I'm sorry, if your consultants, your senior doctors were in the same situation as you, they would be as confused there and perplexed and lost as you are because at the very beginning of the journey, you don't have enough elements. You're waiting for results. You're waiting for confirmation. You're waiting for to see how they respond to or not respond to a certain treatment. So it's very easy to be after a while when everything is available and has bubbled up and you've done all the work and be the smart guy that says, how possibly did you not see that? It was so obvious. It's sorry, but it doesn't work that way. If we're being truly honest, sometimes it takes a while to get to the point. And I think, again, it's part of a bullying culture. It's part of being able to open up. A senior doctor that treats people like that is a very poor role model. It's a negative role model. And you can learn from them how not to be, how you don't want to be. Sometimes we also need a bit of that. We need friends and enemies, and sometimes we observe people behave in a certain way and we think, okay, I don't want to be that person ever in my life. You develop
How
a thick
can
skin.
how can they navigate it? Because I have been on that end, and I have colleagues who were been on that end where we come up with the wrong diagnosis or we didn't know what to do. And I remember clearly one of the rounds, the consultant said to the patient, "This is the worst doctor you will ever find." And that was all he said. He pointed at my colleague and he said that. And we walked off. It was a terrible moment. As a junior doctor, how do I navigate this if it ever happens?
I would start looking at support mechanisms. So, for example, and again, it's something that has different degrees of development in different systems and countries. If something like that had happened to me 25 years ago in Italy, I would have had much less power compared to nowadays, for example, in the UK. So a lot has changed. A lot of frameworks about what the representing organizations, who the regulators say about behavior, what employment laws say about behavior, what are the local trust rules, occupational health, human resources, there everything has shifted. So if anybody had that behavior today, they would lose their job. It would be sidelined, they wouldn't be allowed anywhere near trainees. But it took a long while to get there. People had to fight their fights. They had to find the lies. They had to to be together and create representative organizations. So, for example, the trade unions worked for colleagues that work in certain industries. In healthcare, traditionally, we don't have trade unions. We have representative bodies, but they can be allies talking to a representative body, talking to a defense union or an insurance company, whatever we have access to, talking to our employer, someone in the organization might have an open mind and an open heart, and they could be your first ally. Maybe the whole medical establishment is like that, but maybe the managers are not, and they have a different attitude and a different, they hold different values. They wouldn't let anyone talk to them like that. And if we open up, they might start being on our side. I believe in collaboration. A lot of times there's this distinction, us and them. We are one against the other. We have opposite interests. But how about we start talking about common values and what we're trying to achieve, and have each other's back?
Before we dive back into this incredible conversation, there are a couple of exciting opportunities with disruptive doctors that I want to share with you guys. First, if you're a doctor who's thinking about moving into a non-clinical career but don't know where to start, or even if you're a doctor who's on the fence thinking if you should leave medicine or stay, the non-clinical career pathfinder by Disruptive Doctors is designed specifically for you. The problem why we doctors think that there's no opportunities for us out there is because we've been trained in sick care all our lives, but that's not true. Healthcare is a huge ocean. What you learn in this workshop is discovering yourself, where to find all the opportunities within healthcare, your game plan, and insights from me and Vivek on how to do it. And the best part is it comes with a 14-day guarantee. By the end of this workshop, you gain so much clarity on what you need to do, or if staying in medicine or leaving for non-clinical practice is for you. Our proven framework has helped more than 1,000 doctors on finding a fulfilling career. So stop wasting your time trying to figure it out all on your own in the dark. So sign up for our next workshop on our website. Next, mark your calendar for Disruptive Doctors Annual Conference and Exhibition. It's happening this 20th and 21st of September. This conference isn't about fitting into label. It's about expanding what is possible in healthcare and reimagining the doctor's role in it. This is where forward-thinking doctors come together to drive real change in healthcare. For those who refuse to settle, this flagship event brings together doctors from diverse backgrounds to explore fresh approaches, share ideas, and connect with a community of doctors to impact healthcare differently. Remember to get your tickets on our website at disruptive-doctors.com/conference 2025. And finally, if you haven't already, please download the Disruptive Doctors app. It is a global hub where you can connect, collaborate, share experiences with doctors across the globe, and you don't have to be limited by geography. This is more than an app, it's a movement. So be part of the community of doctors who are impacting healthcare differently. And also, can you do me a huge favor? If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please be sure to subscribe, because it's subscribers like you that help us bring better guests for you. So whether it's the workshop, the conference, the app, or just subscribing to the channel, be sure to do it now. Now, let's get back to the conversation.
Join Disruptive Doctors. Oh, oh, Disruptive